events, like most rodeo events, cowboys got to bragging on their horses and bragging on how well they could work cattle. It started out with friendly competition like that, and then they got some standardized rules and regulations and started betting money on the deal, and it became very popular. Well, I was a cowboy, and this sport started in California, but about 1990 some folks from California came to Oklahoma and showed us how much fun we'd been missing, and so it really grew. We started an association here in Oklahoma back in the 90s, and the thing grew to where we've got 2 or 3 national associations now with a standardized set of rules and regulations. And again, it's the fastest, largest growing equine sport in the world today. It's called ranch sorting, and it's a timed event. It's basically 2 people on a team that ride into a herd of 12 cattle, pick out cattle in sequence. We've got a standard dimension on the pens. Normally they're 50 by 50 pen with a 12-foot gate in the middle. And your time starts when you cross that barrier, that invisible line there, and right into the pen. They call a number. That number will be from 0 to 9, and you bring the cattle out in sequence. For example, if they call 5, then you bring 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, or as many cattle as you can get within the 60-second time limit. Unlike the cutting where you've got judges, this was a sport that was simplified because basically it was just a time clock. And you would go into a herd of cattle and cut out so many cattle within a period of time, 60-second time limit. There's got to be 10 numbered cattle, and normally we put what we call 2 extra cattle in there, what we call trash. And basically this just, as the numbers dwindle down, it keeps you from running real hard on the cattle, because trash cattle will make you slow down and work them. When the announcer normally starts the time, and he also at that time calls a number out, and he's the one responsible basically telling you what number that you're starting off with in the sorting process. And also there's a 30-second warning and then a 60-second clock, a buzzer that sounds whenever the run's finished. With ranch sorting, there's no judge, there's no politics, it's you against the time clock. That takes out all the guesswork, and basically it's whoever gets the most number of cattle out within 60 seconds is going to be the winner. Again, there's maybe some politics involved because it's a one man's opinion against somebody else's about which cowboy did the best job cutting a cow. This is all for fun here, but the great thing about it is anybody can sort. There's any age, both men and women and children. There's a class for everybody, so everybody has a good time. It gets competitive, even though we're not running for a lot of dollars. It's just a lot of pride on the line and a lot of fun. So it's a great sport for any and everybody. We have a grassroots level like right here today where people want to come out and learn the sport. You get really involved, you get to join the associations. There are national competitions all year long. It's 12 months out of the year, and you can travel, like I say, all over the country. And there are husband and wife teams. There's probably 6 in the nation that are the toughest professionals going down the road. They do make a living doing this. Along with winning money, they're also selling horses. They're training and selling horses as they go, and also involved in national competition, and they do that for a livelihood. This sport, now we have people from Brazil and Argentina coming to the U.S., and also our national president with the ranch sorting on the national level has gone to Hawaii, he's gone to Australia. This is a sport that's just gone worldwide. It's great for the economy. It's great for the horse industry altogether, because unlike the cutting, which is it's a pretty expensive hobby or career to get involved with, anybody can ranch sort on any horse, and as they progressively get better and get more competitive, naturally they're going to want to get a better horse. And so again, it's great for the horse industry. I sell several ranch sorting horses a year myself. To be competitive, you've certainly got to have a horse, and I'd like to say a horse is probably 75% of being successful. Of course, that individual riding that horse has got to know how to work cattle. He's got to know, or she's got to know, how to handle cattle in a small confined area and how to ride that horse. A lot of it's cow sense, but you basically have to have a good horse to be competitive. The American Quarter Horse is the most popular breed, whether it's cutting, team penning, or ranch sorting. It's an all-around kind of a horse, and probably 95% of the horses that you see in this competition will be quarter horses. If you got a good horse, you bond with that horse, and that horse, you learn each other. That's as good as it really gets, because you've got a good friend there, you've got somebody you can count on. You've got somebody certainly that you're betting money on, and a lot of people are livelihood on. You've got to be able to ride a horse. You've got to get along with that horse. You don't necessarily have to like him, but you've certainly got to be in sync with him and understand him. It's a fun, family-oriented atmosphere. All of these events have a youth class. They have a class for beginners. There's a lot of family involved in riding, and again, it's just fun for all ages, and it's really family oriented. The camaraderie with all my friends and the people that I meet, the friends that I make going down the road. If you do this long enough, most of your friends are going to be involved in also on the competitive level with you. And again, it's great when you drive into an arena and you get to looking around and seeing all your buddies, and in a lot of cases people from other states and from far off. And maybe I don't see them but once or twice a year, but it's just a good, great atmosphere to relive and rekindle old friendships and talk about your accomplishments and the things that you've done in the past. And it's a great atmosphere.